Best NFL Player from each jersey number Part 7 today. We will be continuing our ongoing series of the best players in NFL history to wear each jersey number. In this installment, we are going to tackle numbers 60 through 69. If your favorite player wore the number 0 through 59, be sure to check out the previous videos in this series to see if they made the cut. Up first is a versatile player from the early days of the NFL's history. 1. Number 60. Chuck Bednarik. Chuck Bednarik joined the NFL as the first overall pick of the 1949 NFL Draft, selected by the Philadelphia Eagles, where he spent the entirety of his career. He was an extremely versatile player that played both sides of the ball. He was a linebacker on defense and managed to play the center position on offense despite being only 6 feet 3 inches and 233 pounds. In his 14-year career, he was named to the Pro Bowl 8 times, the All-Pro Team 6 times, won 2 NFL championships, was named to the Hall of Fame All-1950s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1967. At the time of his retirement, he recorded 20 interceptions, 1 pick six, and 21 fumble recoveries. As a result of the era he played in, crucial stats for linebackers like tackles were not recorded. Bednarik currently ranks 103rd all-time in career fumbles recovered. Representing number 61 is another player from Bednarik's era who played both sides of the ball. 2. Number 61, Bill George. Bill George entered the league as the 23rd overall pick of the 1951 NFL Draft, selected by the Chicago Bears. Along with the Bears, he also spent time playing for the Los Angeles Rams during his 15-year career. In that time, he was named to 8 Pro Bowls, 8 All-Pro teams, won 1 NFL championship, was named to the Hall of Fame All-1950s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1974. George was another player who spent time playing both sides of the ball. On offense, he played guard and middle guard, while on defense he served as a linebacker and defensive tackle. Throughout his time in the league, he amassed 18 interceptions, 19 fumble recoveries, and 28.5 sacks. Similar to Bednarik, George suffered from stats like tackles not being recorded at the time. He currently ranks 133rd all-time in career fumbles recovered. Up next is arguably the most popular offensive lineman currently in the NFL. 3. Number 62, Jason Kelce. Jason Kelce joined the league as the 191st overall pick of the 2011 NFL Draft, selected by the Philadelphia Eagles, where he has spent the entirety of his 13-year career. In that time, he has been named to the Pro Bowl 6 times, the All-Pro Team 5 times, won 1 Super Bowl, and likely has a spot waiting for him in Canton when he retires. Thus far, Kelce has played a total of 11,656 spans and has only committed 58 penalties. He is the definition of consistency and is one of the main factors in the Eagles' dominant brotherly shove play. Representing number 63 is a dominant linebacker who struck fear in the hearts of opposing offenses. 4. Number 63, Willie Lanier. Willie Lanier entered the NFL as the 50th overall pick of the 1967 NFL Draft, selected by the Kansas City Chiefs, where he spent the entirety of his 11-year career. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 8 times, the All-Pro Team 3 times, won 1 Super Bowl, 1 AFL championship, the 1972 Walter Payton Man of the Year award, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1986. Throughout his time in the league, Lanier was able to amass 27 interceptions, 2 pick sixes, 18 fumble recoveries, 4 sacks, and 1 safety. He currently ranks 157th all-time in career fumbles recovered. Like other players from his era, Lanier would likely take up spots on the all-time lists in metrics like tackles. However, they were not recorded at the time. What if I told you the next player on the list was not only an offensive lineman, but also a kicker? 5. Number 64, Jerry Kramer. We will likely never see another player like Jerry Kramer. Not only did he serve as a guard on the offensive line, but he also was a kicker for 3 seasons. He joined the league as the 39th overall pick of the 1958 NFL Draft, selected by the Green Bay Packers, where he spent the entirety of his 11-year career. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 3 times, the All-Pro Team 5 times, won 2 Super Bowls, 5 NFL championships, was named to the Hall of Fame All-1960s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2018. He ended his career making 29 of the 54 field goals he attempted and 90 of the 95 extra points he tried. Up next is a player who was one of, if not the best at his position for almost the entirety of his time in the league. 6. Number 65, Gary Zimmerman. Gary Zimmerman joined the NFL as the 3rd overall pick of the 1984 NFL Draft, selected by the Minnesota Vikings. Along with the Vikings, he also spent time playing for the Denver Broncos. During his 12-year career, Zimmerman was named to the Pro Bowl 7 times, the All-Pro Team 3 times, won 1 Super Bowl championship, made the Hall of Fame All-1980s team, the Hall of Fame All-1990s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2008. Representing number 66 is a linebacker who was with the Green Bay Packers through one of their most dominant eras.
7. Number 66, Ray Nitschke.
Ray Nitschke entered the league as the 36th overall pick in the 1958 NFL Draft, selected by the Green Bay Packers, where he spent the entirety of his 15-year career. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 1 time, the All-Pro Team 2 times, won 2 Super Bowls, 5 NFL championships, was named to the Hall of Fame All-1960s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1978. He retired with 25 interceptions, 2 pick sixes, 23 fumble recoveries, and 16.0 sacks. He currently ranks 72nd all-time in career fumbles recovered. Up next is a very versatile offensive lineman. 8. Number 67, Bob Ketchenberg. Bob Ketchenberg joined the league as the 80th overall pick in the 1969 NFL Draft, selected by the Philadelphia Eagles. Despite being drafted by the Eagles, Ketchenberg would spend the entirety of his career with the Miami Dolphins. Throughout his 14 years in the league, he would spend time playing left tackle, left guard, and center. He was named to the Pro Bowl 6 times, the All-Pro Team 1 time, and won 2 Super Bowl titles. Representing number 68 is arguably the most talented offensive lineman in Kansas City Chiefs history. 9. Number 68, Will Shields. Will Shields entered the NFL as the 74th overall pick in the 1993 NFL Draft, selected by the Kansas City Chiefs, where he spent the entirety of his 14-year career. In that time, he was named to the Pro Bowl 12 times, the All-Pro Team 2 times, won the 2003 Walter Payton Man of the Year Award, was named to the Hall of Fame All-2000s team, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2015. Rounding out this portion of the list is an elite defensive end who dominated opposing offenses through the 2000s. 10. Number 69, Jared Allen. Jared Allen entered the league as the 126th overall pick of the 2004 NFL Draft, selected by the Kansas City Chiefs. Along with the Chiefs, Allen also played for the Minnesota Vikings, Chicago Bears, and Carolina Panthers. Throughout his 12 years in the league, he was named to the Pro Bowl 5 times, the All-Pro Team 4 times, and won the 2011 Defensive Player of the Year award. Despite being on the ballot for the past 3 years, Allen has not yet been inducted into the Hall of Fame. However, it is hard to believe that he will never be inducted. He finished his career with 6 interceptions, 1 pick six, 58 passes defended, 32 forced fumbles, 19 fumbles recovered, 1 fumble returned for a touchdown, 136.0 sacks, 648 combined tackles, 503 solo tackles, 171 tackles for loss, 228 QB hits, and 4 safeties. Allen currently ranks 133rd all-time in career fumbles recovered, 4th in tackles for loss, 23rd in forced fumbles, 12th in sacks since 1982, 16th in sacks since 1960, and 1st in safeties. Despite being overlooked in the draft, Allen went on to be a player that wreaked havoc in opposing teams' backfields and offensive coordinators dreaded trying to scheme against.